I'm currently working on this piece. It's probably 24 by 30. Thought I'd show you a peek into the process. First I started scribbling with a lot of art graph crayons, just loosely. I put some green tape down to protect areas. Then I decided to seal the green tape with some clear gesso so that the paint, subsequent layers, wouldn't creep under the tape. I then just started working on it like crazy. Most of this is still just art graph and water, or you could use art graph and a medium if you want it to become permanent right away. I just like to keep it fresh and moving. I'm just lost in the woods here. I'm trying not to think too much about anything. This is where it sits after the original, just kind of let it loose. Some sort of idea of a value structure, but it's not finalized yet by any means. I'm just experimenting with different textures, different ways of making marks. This is how it was at one point. I then began to tape off areas that I thought that the trees would be in. Again, just so that I could work freely, I reestablished some of the values that I wanted, the dark areas, and then we're ripping off the tape. That's the most fun, to see what is revealed, including those little white spots that I had to really dig for. They ended up being a little too white, as you can see the way they're popping out here, but I was able to tone them back down with adding a value, and what happens is they stay a little lighter and clearer, which is what I was looking for. Then I decided to do a coat, switching over to oils now, because all my acrylics were mixed with clear gesso. I use cold wax, and this is quinacridone coral. I'm making a glaze. It's mostly wax, but you can experiment with how much. I'm working on a rigid surface, so I'm not caring about wax cracking. As I apply it, I can decide how dense I want and how much of an effect I want the coral to have. See, when you first put it on, it could be really opaque if I want. I chose to have most of it thinly glazed. You can see how it really shows in those areas that are really smooth, that I had taped off before. Again, when it goes over a warmer color, it really intensifies. When it goes over the greens, it kind of knocks it back, but it gives it a nice unifying glow. So this is kind of where it sits right now. I will probably continue now to work on it with some oils, adjusting some things. I may still make some major changes, but so far so good.